guys, Counting Gains back here again. So today we got CR's Video Vaults. This guy is obviously an Irish kind of editorial or editist, editor or some kind of videographer from the late, years and years ago. I think from RT, but he has videos dating back to like 1913, like crazy amount of videos. This one's from 1977. Thought it'd be kind of funny. Gay life in Ireland. On this channel, guys, we're very open to everything, LGBTQ plus, all that good stuff. But this one should be kind of funny because I've never seen gay people in Ireland before I came to the country, right? Back when I was 5 years old, I guess. But I'm talking about I've never seen shows about them before like the 80s, or anything like that, before the 90s or 200s, right? Because I don't even think condoms were legal in Ireland. Like a lot of things were banned in Ireland. It was a very repressed society. So let's see what they have to say about this. I'm sure that the people against it are not going to be very politically correct. They're not going to be very sensitive to the topic, but people for it might want to fight back against it. We'll see, guys. This could be an interesting kind of video. So like, comment, subscribe, go check out my Patreon, my merch, all that good stuff, and let's get it, man. Hopefully it's controversial as well. Let's get it.
Homosexuality as heterosexuality is something that is based on mutuality itself. It is a response of individuals to each other based on understanding, love, and everything else. Just the same as heterosexuality, where a boy meets girl. It is not a situation where a boy meets a girl and has to lure her with pearls or something like that and seduce her off up a dark alley.
Guys are already saying luring women with pearls.
I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. The same too with homosexuality. It is not a situation where homosexuals themselves are a mass of deviants who roam around the streets spotting people alone and saying, yes, I have it now. And
yeah, guys, I'm laughing because the whole allure of gay people and stuff back in the day, back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, from what I read and from what I understand, is people think that they're some opportunist homosexual rapists or something, and that they're all opportunistic rapists or some crazy shit. They think that they're just gonna pounce on you or attack you, whereas that is not the case. They're not violent at all. They try and lump them into this kind of thing, and yeah, it's kind of wild, guys. It's insane to hear a guy say it. So
and rush in and think, lovely. It is not like that at all. It's totally ludicrous.
Yeah, everyone agrees with that.
Would you say yourself, from having met us and seen us, that we either behave or look like base seducers? Or is that a loaded question?
No, it's not a loaded question. Of course I'll answer it. No, you don't. But let me say this to you. I, of course,
Oh, this guy's going to be the opposite. So nowadays, guys, you can't even have open discussion, right? Because people don't like open discussion anymore. I'm not for or against. I hate all politics. Guys, don't even include me in that bullshit. But if you guys want to cancel me, just do that already. I'm not vying into any of your guys' parties or anything like that. It's absolute bullshit. I think there's a three-party state. It's just there's no democracy at all. But all the big corporations run the whole thing. But I think that run the whole show. But I think that lately they had a woman on Liveline or something. I was listening to a show on Liveline. And they were basically arguing against, there was for and against, whatever LGBT things and stuff like that, and the way they were showing their messages, and they can't even allow people to open discuss anymore. I'm for everything, guys, but you gotta have discussion, because then only some things can get brought to the light. Then only some people can be, share their opinion on things. So
everybody else who is not homosexual has preconceived ideas, as Jimmy has said. I would have thought that most homosexuals would be camp, prancing queens.
Some people are, but some heterosexual people are effeminate, and
that's true. A lot of guys nowadays that are heterosexual are very effeminate as well. So yeah.
I think the main way we assuage society's fears is by being ourselves and saying, well, part of our personality is that we're homosexual. But it's only part of our part of our personalities, and here we are. People have got away with this idea about it because we haven't been...
This guy's smoking a pipe, so he seems intelligent.
...visible before.
The homosexual scene is not all encounter groups or propagandizing. In Dublin, homosexuals have their own disco, for instance.
Disco? Discoteca.
We're from
They have their own pub.
11
Oh
until
yeah, what's the pub? The George, I think it's called. I've never been in the George, but yeah, it's kind of funny to go there.
O'clock. Approximately quarter to 12, I'm sure, yeah, and things warm after that.
I'm sorry. Any kind of footage of like pubs or clubs back in the 70s or 80s, just like this is just looks so whack. Man, the clothing. Nowadays, people start to wear clothes like that, guys. They wear like the same clothes. It's hilarious.
But love is here to stay.
70s is going back.
Rearranging, don't leave it behind.
Yo, who did like an RT cover? This has got to be Gay Byrne or something. Gay Byrne was just going around doing all the funniest things ever. It was hilarious back in the day. Obviously, we can tell from this. This was the very first like recorded videographer, and then there was like, then with the new people we have, and then the brand new people we have, Ryan Tubley and stuff. So there was like this thing, and then they had the intermediate, you know, like RT people, you know, Gay Byrne, stuff like that, and then now we have the final. So it's only been 3 waves. So the whole thing is just them dancing. Alright, we get it. They got a club.
Like,
Here we go, more interview.
you don't wish at any time that you were like the girls you work with, out chasing fellas at dances or whatever girls do?
No, not at all. I wouldn't change my life
Okay, so this is a lesbian,
for
right?
anything. Yeah, I'm happy the way I am. In everything in life.
Although presumably there may be problems ahead of you, which you wouldn't have if you were heterosexual.
But there again, there could be problems ahead of me if I were heterosexual and not gay that I wouldn't have being gay.
Yeah, facts, man. I think there's more problems if you're freaking. Well, I wouldn't know, but there's definitely a shitload of problems, man. Catch flights, not feelings, basically. Especially if you're attracted to chicks, man. My
So you've got no hang-ups, really, Phil.
No hang-ups at all, Cam.
I could not, and I said this very seriously, could not ever wish to be a different person than Sean Connery is at the moment. Homosexuality does not define my character. It defines the orientation within which I seek lasting,
Yeah, you do you.
good
bro.
relationships based on mutuality, based on truth and honesty, based on the ordinary things that we go through life with. So therefore, I couldn't expect to be anybody else except myself. And homosexuality, like heterosexuality, is the opposite side of the same coin. That is human sexuality, where we are all sexual beings. We need each other. The way we'd express it is defined by society, sometimes cruelly, sometimes not very effectively. We have words like homosexuality and heterosexuality. Much, in fact, it is human sexuality.
I love that. That was very well said. Very well said.
Because of this minority. And if they do, will it change our social attitudes towards homosexuals? Even in the medical profession.
Wow, this is crazy. Like, guys, seeing this, like, man, if everyone could see this stuff, I think there'd be a lot more people open and, like, you know what I mean? And, like, not, you know, very against things in culture and society. Because I think a lot of times nowadays people just don't get shit. So they're like, why is this, like, a thing or whatever? But it's like, yeah, this is just very eye-opening, because obviously I don't really have many gay friends or anything like that, so you know, to see it what it is now in 2022, I mean, it's old shit. 2022, guys, this is 1977. What's that, 50 years ago? Older? Crazy, guys.
Attitudes have always reflected the prevailing social trends rather than any scientific appraisal of the evidence. So unless society changes, the homosexual will always be the outsider, the man or woman out of step. Their attributes will be ignored, their sexuality condemned. So really it's not...
Damn, that's fucked up. Do you know what he said there? He said, unless society changes, they'll always be the outsider, always be condemned. Guys, even if you're against the shit, you don't want people to feel like that, like, because people be committing suicide and shit. People feel bad for something that probably they can't even control. That's like what they feel. So I don't know, guys. I think it's kind of crazy that there'd even be kind of a repressed society even back in the 70s. It's just so wild now because everything's so open and nice in Ireland now. So people get to live their lives without any kind of oppression. That's what we like to see, guys, democracy. So like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys all. Leave in the comments what you guys thought of that video. And I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Peace.